How's it going, YouTube? This video is specifically a plan finalization video for the smaller dresser going in the baby's room. So with that said, let's get to it. So what I'm showing on the screen right now are some of the submissions I had received for the dresser design video. And a lot of them brought up some really cool ideas. Some of the ones, the main idea is I definitely want to do some scroll work on the side of this dresser. Now, there was one in particular, I won't mention the submitter's name, but I think this picture I'm showing right now on screen is actually the direction we're going to go for the dresser itself. Now, I like the aesthetics of it. It's really well drawn. And what we're going to do is, in the smaller drawer tops, we'll actually make small sliding drawers that'll fit in that space, and then the rest of the drawer space will be filled with canvas drawers. So it'll be a canvas drawer dresser, and then the other drawers, or the smaller drawers like the sock drawer and the other smaller drawers on the top of this drawing here, will be wooden drawers. But with that said, I'm just going to come back to the screen here, and we're just going to go over just a quick demonstration on. We're going to go over a quick demonstration on detailed drawing. So I'm actually going to bust out this 1911 textbook called Radford's Detailed of Building Construction, and it's a really nice book that shows detailed drawings and how they were expected to be drawn by hand, because again, all these were drawn by hand back in the day. And I'm actually going to focus back in the back of the book. So this is a 1911 style library table, and what I'm showing here is this is going to be the front view. This is a side view, and if you note in these older drawings, they do show a lot of the spacing dimensions indicated by, and if I can zoom in on this. Hold on. So again, you can see the spacings between the interior of the drawers and the exterior. So it gives you all the dimensions, as well as any spacings between the legs itself. So for a dresser, or our dresser, specifically the one we were talking about before, what I need to do is I need to print out that submission, and I need to actually include these additional measurements. And again, this is the old school way of doing it, is when you draw a measurement, you'll include an arrow with a dot, dot, dot line, and then the measurement in inches, because we're in America. Or you can do it a straight line and then stop where the measurement is. So for instance, for the top here, so the distance from the top to the bottom, you can bracket it. So you can attach it like this on the bottom and the top, and then clean up your lines here. So what you guys are going to do is I'm going to put the dresser picture back up on the screen, and I want you guys to redraw the dresser just like the one on the screen in scale. So what scale means is how big are we going to draw on the paper itself. So scale is, we normally have, so full scale is 1/16 of an inch. So basically 1 inch is 1 inch is 1 inch. Right, so it's actual scale, or what we would build it to. In drawings, we actually want to go smaller than that. So we want to shrink it. So in our case, we want to go down to 1/8 inch scale. So these are the parts of an inch, and from here to here, so from 0 to this first tick mark is 1 inch. All right, so that's 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch, 4 inch. All right, now can I do the same on a regular ruler? Yeah, so if I were to bring up my regular ruler, in 1/8 inch scale, so the same as this, if you notice, my drafting ruler lines up perfectly with the metal ruler. So you don't need a drafting triangle like this one here to draw in 1/8 scale. So I'm going to use the 1/8 scale side of my ruler to draw a picture in 1/8 scale, or 1/8 of the size it would actually be. So for instance, so I'm going to use this because it's easier to show. So if the cabinet is going to be, let's just say, 32 inches long, all right, so that's 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 32. On our regular ruler, and line it up, (32) times 8, 32 divided by 8 equals 4 inches. So if I wanted to do a 32 inch long top, right, so in 1/8 scale, so I'm going to show this real quick. So I would take 32 inches, divide it by 8, because it's 1/8 scale, 32 divided by 8 equals 4 inches on my actual ruler. If I wanted to do, let's just say, 12 inches, all right, 12 divided by 8 is 2 inches on my ruler. So again, when I'm working in 1/8 scale, or the little 8 on your ruler, all right, you take the measurement that's shown on the picture, take the measurement set on the picture. So if it's like 12 inches, 32, or any others, you divide by 8, and that will give you the number it belongs to. All right? So when it comes to, what about measurements smaller than a whole inch or half an inch? Now, what you could do is you can go to the next scale down on your ruler. So you can go down to 16 scale, which is half of 1/8 scale. So every tick mark between an 1/8 is a half, or a half of an inch. So again, if I'm talking in 1/8 scale, all right, so every 1/8 tick mark is an inch, right? Every mark in between it is a half an inch. And then if you want to go even smaller, you can go to 32 scale and break the inches down even smaller, right? But again, just for the sake of keeping it simple, I want the rough finalized drawing to 1/8 scale, so the 1/8 side of your ruler, redrawn on a new piece of paper and cleaned up. Also, again, I'd like you guys to redraw this picture that's on the screen here in 1/8 scale using the measurements that are provided on the drawing itself. Again, this is just practice. I'd like to see how you guys do on it, but this will be the finalized drawing for the dresser build. With that said, hope everyone has a great day and stay safe.